Hi everyone, I'm Gardenia and this is my first video. It's titled How to Lose Weight and Keep It Off. I know it's something that a lot of us are concerned with, and everyone wants the quickest, the fastest way to lose weight, whether it's a juice diet or some supplement you have to take, or cutting out this and that and everything. And I just want to kind of give you my approach to weight loss. I will tell you, I'm not certified, I'm not trained in any way, but these techniques really work for me and have become a lifestyle um, change for me, which I think a lot of us forget about. We want to lose, 10 pounds in a week and then move on. And the thing is, we find that we gain that weight back, oftentimes very quickly, and oftentimes more weight than we lost. And I want to avoid that. I want you to avoid that because it's taxing on your body. And at the end of the day, the longer you can maintain your weight loss, the longer your health will benefit, the longer your just happiness will benefit from it. So first of all, weight loss and definitely the method that I'm recommending is very slow. It will take months to lose the weight, but I promise you that it will stay off and you will feel so much better, and you will gradually get to adjust to your weight loss as well, and friends and family will see this gradual change, and that's how you know that it's working. Is It's not this overnight thing where one day you weigh X amount and then a week later you're a completely different person and you're miserable. You look great, but you're miserable, and that's not what I want. The most important thing about losing weight is food. Um, I do work out occasionally, but I will admit that it's not my favorite thing. I'm not very good at it. I find excuses not to work out. And honestly, most people, when they first start working out, don't work out hard enough to really burn significant amount of calories. And weight loss is all about calories in and calories out. So the best thing you can do to lose weight is to start looking at your diet. For about a month, I write down everything that I eat and no judgment. So write down every single thing that you eat, because the most important thing is you want to be able to look back through these pages and say, okay, breakfast is pretty healthy, but you know what? I have a venti frappuccino for a snack. Maybe I should reduce that to a tall or a grande even. Writing down everything for the first month of your weight loss journey is really important. You're going to see patterns. You're going to see red flags, things that you may not have even realized were your weight loss pitfalls. And then the second month of my weight loss program, as I like to call it, is when I start to cut back. So the second chunk of my weight loss journey, since I have a month now of backlogged diet plans, I look back and I say, what can I cut out? It looks like I, eat way too many snacks in a day. I should be looking at 3 square meals, 2 square snacks of around 150 to 200 calories per snack. If I look back through my food journal and I notice that I am having 3 or 4 or 5 snacks per day, and it's like a 250 calorie candy bar, that's when I need to switch to maybe a nutritional bar or a protein bar of some kind. And those protein bars, by the way, aren't necessarily always the healthiest thing. You really need to look at the calories, look at the sugar, look at the carbs, but a lot of times they do come with a lot of great nutritional value. I was just cutting it in half and maybe splitting it so that you have half the bar in the morning, half the bar at your evening snack. So start with that. First month, write everything down. Second month, start to make the cuts. I will tell you that if you weigh more, it is actually going to be easier to lose weight than someone who weighs less. Because say you're consuming 4,000 calories a day. To lose a pound a week, you need to cut 500 calories from your daily caloric intake. giving you about a deficit of 3,500 calories for the week. That is 1 pound of fat. Now, someone who eats more is going to have more room to cut than someone who eats less. I average on my high days, 18 to 2,000 calories a day. To cut back, say 500 calories, if I'm only eating 1,800 calories a day and I cut 500 calories out, that leaves me with 1,300 calories. That is very tight, very little room to wiggle. So I have to be much more conscious about what I eat. Say I was consuming a lot more and weighed more, this portion of the diet would be a little bit easier. And with that said, if you are eating 4,000 calories a day and you see some diet program that says, cut your calories to 1,200, it is not realistic. You will be so frustrated and you will be so hungry that within days you will give up. There's really no way for someone who was consuming 4,000 calories to successfully cut that down to 1,200 and be full. It doesn't matter if you just eat lettuce all day, you'll be starving. So with that said, give yourself a break, give yourself some credit. For the first week, maybe just cut it down to 3,000 calories or 3,500 calories. And that's cutting out that Frappuccino, if not more. Because when you go to Starbucks, like myself, I get the Frappuccino, I get the sandwich, I get the snack, sometimes I get a piece of coffee cake. Like, you are adding on calories without even realizing it. So if you cut that Frappuccino out, you cut out all the other calories that came with it. And you're also saving money, which is always a great thing. You can use that money to go buy, a cute pair of running shorts or reward yourself in ways that give you positive incentives. So give yourself a break. If you're eating a lot of calories, realize that you have it much easier than someone who's consuming just a little bit more than they should. Because to cut calories there is much more difficult. I'm 5'1", I weigh about 115 to 118 pounds, and my lowest weight was 93. I was miserable then, I cut everything out, I was not a fun person to be around. I'd say that my goal weight would be somewhere in the 105 to 110 range, and in order to do that, I have to cut 500 to 600 calories from my daily caloric intake, which is very, very difficult. I can't subsist on 1,200 calories. It's almost impossible. So I give myself a little bit more time. Instead of a goal of 1 month to lose the weight, I'll give myself 2 to 3 months so that I can just give myself a little bit more calorie wiggle room. So now I might be consuming like 1,400 to 1,500 calories, and that's a deficit of about 300 to 400 calories per day, which I can manage. But it does require being very vigilant about what I eat. So I like to plan ahead, because there's nothing worse than waking up in the morning, you're hungry, you grab a donut at work. Instead, wake up early, make things ahead of time. I like to make overnight smoothies, which I'll provide, and I'll give you more recipes as we go through this. I like to make breakfast sandwiches. All you need is an English muffin, an egg, a piece of Canadian bacon or ham, and cheese. And it can all be made in the microwave. And you can make it the night before, put it on a plate, stick it in the fridge, the next morning heat it up. And that's less than 300 calories. It's got a ton of protein. Your brain needs the choline and the eggs. It has everything that you need, but it requires you to be vigilant and to think ahead. I pre-pack my snacks. I like to mix a tablespoon of dark chocolate chips with some pistachios and some cranberries, and I put them in little Ziploc bags, throw them in the fridge. Before I go out to school, I grab a bag. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap up my first video, but I just want you to know that the more time we spend together, I want to give you all the tools that you need, and I want you to feel empowered and understand that it's a slow process. But if you rush it, you will find that the weight will come back on. And when you lose so much weight so quickly, your body can't keep up. So love your body, take care of it, and give yourself time.